Hello buddies, so today we will end our Prince of Persia style wall running, and this is the last episode. So I'm sorry first of all because this video is I'm recording this second time. So when I was recording first time, few things, and not actually few things, everything I had recorded while developing, but in the meantime my electricity went down, and for some reason my PC shut down, so I don't have that file. So this part you will see everything already done, but of course I will try to explain you better so that you can catch up with me. The first thing we have done in the previous episode, if you have followed, you will remember that here we made some animation montage system when we were trying to play the wall running, but that failed miserably. And so we will solve that part. So remove that part. You can see in this place where my mouse is, we don't have that part. And also from here we remove that animation montage calling part. So if you forget which part it was, so in your enable wall run part, here we had here this part, we had that animation montage function or event calling. I have removed that. Also you will see some changes in our values. So here if you see now, previously it was 90, so let's make it 45. This one is same to same, was in air. I guess you remember it is based on if we are falling, we are in the falling state or not. So that's for this part. Also we had made some changes, so you will see in our max height we have 30 now, and here in this part, this was manually assigning, so I have promoted to a variable, so that 800 value we set in this get next point part. This part we have now, this is actually the length, that how long you want to do the wall run. If you set it to a lower value, then you will do a short wall run, but if you set it to a higher value, you will do a longer wall running. So you can now control this value. Rest in the wall offset, I have set it to 75 because I found that well manageable, but you can actually modify this based on your demand. This is actually for the distance, like let's say your character, let's say this branch, you are this character. Now this is the wall, so if you want your character to be a slight distance, so you can maintain using increasing this offset. If you reduce that, your character sometime can be like this or sometime can be like this if you keep it to 0 or something like this. So to manage that, we have this offset, I explained that. And here and there I guess we didn't cost any. Yeah, one more thing, previously you have seen we had these actor rotation parts. Now we are not using that, we are using these. Now I won't delete that actually, because you will be needed this part if you are using 8 directional movement, but if you are using 1 directional orientational rotation, then your this method won't work properly. You will be needed this part. But as we know, in Prince of Persia we have 8 directional movement, so I will encourage you all to do experiment how I did. So you can see that where I had actor rotation get right vector, now I taken get actor right vector. Here also I have taken get actor forward vector instead of these. So you can now do the setup, so based on your demand. So I'm just making it a bit organized. So that's the case, you can do this way. Now the question is, we have removed our animation montage from here, then how will we perform our animation? So the thing will be happening from our animation blueprint. So here you can see this is looking like a spider web. So anyway, so for these parts what I have done is, in your animation graph, the default one in the menu, you will see there is idle, there is walk run. So I have merged it first of all. So how to merge? Go to your walk run, open this, and here at the 0 speed just replace it with your idle so that your character actually stay idle. And that's it here. So we got our idle to walk run blend space here. Then we'll be needed these parts. So first thing is our wall jump start. So we need animation now. So here first thing is, I have showed you everything previously. So now the point is, now what we need is okay, wait a minute, we don't need this, so delete that. You don't have to delete, I am deleting. So we don't need even this one, so delete that, we don't need the jump. So I made this because our here this land is not workable for what we are making. So if you have a good jump pack, don't forget to get a proper land, because let me show you the difference. When you are taking animation from here, if you see this color, that means it will work with your animation blueprint. But if you see this color, then it is a standalone animation and it won't work with your animation blueprint. So when you use this, it can cause you some troubles, like you can see character is shrinking when we perform this animation, but suddenly character again appear with normal form. So to avoid this, always use these color sequence players animations. So now the first thing we need is to fix our jump start. So here, let me make these a bit organized so that we can understand. So this is our right, this is our left, and this is our jump. So you will see technically we have three, but as I said, my land is not usable. So I skipped that landing part. But of course, if you're making a game, if you have the proper landing, try to use that animation here with another state called jump int. So first the jump start, take your any animation you are jumping. So take a jump, this jump animation. After that, here you will be needed. So first of all, go to our event graph. And here, first of all, from the try pawn owner, cast to your character, then take a reference of it so that you can use it here. So here what I am doing is from this player character we just casted, I'm taking wall running ongoing, wall right hit, wall left hit, and then promoting them to three variables. You can either give the same name, but I will encourage you give different names so that whatever you are doing, you can differentiate that which one is your anim graph variables and which one is your character variables. After that, this character movement from here is falling, just promote it to was in air. So we got all our four needed variables. After that, here in the anim graph, you will see now we don't have that main state anymore. We deleted that. So our locomotion is the only state machine. We have, and by default in many, you see these, they save cache. So we use cache and rest are as it is. So we haven't done any changes. Now in the idle to walk run, this part, now for this transition, we will just connect this, which means is falling. So if we are in the falling state, we will jump start when we press the button. So just simply after that, here we haven't used any transition, but click here and turn on these automatic rules based on sequence player in state. So this one just tick, because if you don't tick, we will use this transition in various places. If you don't tick, it will show you something like this, that you have missed this transition in several places. Like you can see here, if I turn this off, I will see this error that from end, this right end, I haven't set for this walk run transition, that how I want to do. So to fix that part, of course, here in the transition, enable this and it will do a smooth transition between jump start and jump loop. So in the jump loop, we are using the, we have this, so fall loop. We are using this fall loop from our default third person characters animation. So use that, and transition already we have set. Now from jump to end, again, if we are not falling, so that's pretty obvious, we all know, was in air is not, then we will try it here. But for your case, you will need from here to again jump end with this similar transition. After that, from jump end to walk run, you will be needed this was in not, this was not falling, what to say, condition. After that, from here, walk run, we will call this wall jump start. Here we will add our this is the left, so wall left jump. So for this we will use our left start animation. If I open this for you guys, you will see that I have the animation, but if you need, you can use any animation pack you want, and of course you will get the source code, so don't worry. So if you are my basic member in Patreon, so you will get this source code after this video get published for this entire tricks, entire mechanics. So now we have these animations. Now just drag and drop. This is the start. For the loop, we will use this cycle one, the loop one, and for the end, we will use this finish one. So this way we have three state. Now for the transition here, if our can wall run is, you already get this, right? So you will get the source code if you are the member. So just take a short glimpse I'm trying to show. So here can wall run is true and wall left hit. If our hit is true, then we will do this. From here, again, we are using this transition. From the loop to here, again, we are using if this can wall run is false. And from here, we are using this transition again. So just remember these parts. If you want, you can slow down the YouTube video with speed. If you want, you can pause and see how I did. So everything is, I'm just trying to go faster. But of course, I'm giving the source code. So I'm expecting if you are my member, you will already have the source code. So you don't need to understand this very heavily. Again, after that, from end to end, this part we have covered. Now from jump start and jump loop to this I mean loop transition for this wall run. So I'm giving dash, you can rename to run. So we will have same condition. So here the condition is same what we used here. So here what have we used, same condition here also for jump start to this loop, from jump loop to this loop also same condition, so that if we are starting the jump and then we have pressed our wall running button, we can perform it. We have jumped but we didn't press that button, we are in the middle of this jump loop, if we press then also we can do this while running. So that's why we have same condition in 3, and if we are in the ground, if we press we can do that. So pretty obvious. Now same thing, same formula for the right part. If you understand the left part properly, I will say that you will just understand this. So same thing, just for left we are using right, for the animations instead of left now we are using this start for the start, cycle for the loop, and finish for the end. So same thing, and again for the transition same thing. For this one we have used the same thing we will use here. For the transition we will use these. So pretty obvious, right? So I am giving you this so that you can have the what to say, you can have a glimpse. So see how I set up. Now again if you open this you will see that this should be look like something like this. So now don't get confused that why it is empty. Let me see. Yeah, don't get confused that why it is empty. So you already know why it is empty, because here we are using this transition, not inside this condition. So that's our pretty much it. We have set up our anim graph, we have set up our event graph, we have set up our locomotion. Here's the screenshot again for you guys how I set up this. Here is a screenshot for you guys how I set up this for the default ABP mani we got with third person character, third person template, sorry. So that's how you need to do this. Here I already showed what I have changed. The only changes is here you can change the values. I have changed to 45, I have changed to 250, and here I have promoted to a variable. Here I have removed this this get actor rotation to this get actor forward vector and get actor right vector. So this way you need to change wherever you have get the files. And after that, now if we play, you will see I have did some changes in my, so you can see, right, this is a jump. Now if we are running and pressing the button, you can see we are doing the wall run like Prince of Persia, right? And we are jumping and pressing, we are doing like Prince of Persia. So you can see that, right? Now this is when we jump start and hit the wall running the same moment. Now if we are looping, you can see it is also working. Like here I'm press and then after a delay means we are in the jump looping state and then I press. So this thing will work. Now you can see sometime we are running below, sometime we are running straight. That's depend on your timing. In Prince of Persia also, if you are pressing your button late, then you will go to this hole, right? So the same thing we are doing here. So now you can see a smooth wall running. So this, then this, then this. Now to prevent this movement, I guess here I have the control. Yeah, here I guess if I give it to 0, let's see what happened. Now if I go and I press, okay, this thing is still doing. It actually worked, but sometime if I move the camera upscale, my character actually going higher. So it's a good thing actually. So you can do experiments with these values and you can check which value work for you. The max height, I guess, let's keep it something like 20 and check if this thing works. Yeah, this thing is working now. You can see now we can't go much higher like before. You can see. So you can experiment with these values, and that's it for this episode. If you want the source code, then of course be my Patreon member and you will get the access of the source code. And for this part, you will be needed to be my basic member, because here I share all the tips and tricks source codes, or from now on I will share for the basic members. So if you are more premium, so this is upcoming. So if you want to play my demo games, which I will release later stages, so these will be demo games like 15 to 20-minute gameplays. So if you want to get access of them, you need to have this subscription. This is for template and plugin sponsor, which I will discuss in later stages of my other videos, because we have some plugins and templates upcoming. So if you want them to have the version 1 access for very cheap price, you have this 25 per month. So be this template sponsor with $25 per month, and you may get the first version of each template and plugin I release, of course, in this price, which can be $50, $150, whatever price I can give in Fab. So you will get the first version for $25 only. So that's the pretty much win-win condition for both of us. If you want to be our investor in Illusives, so you can sponsor, because we have many upcoming games, and you can be the sponsor of, investor of our project. So that's it for today. Let me know in your comment if you like this series or not. This is a short series, I will say, of tips and tricks. So I will be coming back with another tips and tricks in the single or series video for you guys. If you like this video and the series, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you're new. Like this video so that it motivates me to make more video for you guys. I will see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Hafiz.